In this training, I'm going to talk about 4 steps that I personally took to go from 2.0 GPA to 3.7 at UCLA. And that was happening. I was making this transformation while studying just 3 hours a day. I wasn't grinding it out. I wasn't burning out. I wasn't like studying like overnight or whatever, pulling all-nighters. No, I was doing it in a healthy way and most efficient and effective way possible, right? That was my stat. You can take a look at it. And this is kind of about me right now. Who is this training for? Because this training is definitely not for everyone, right? This is especially for people who want to be more productive while studying less and want to, if you want your studying habits like locked in for good, right? If you want to get rid of bad habits like procrastination, hitting snooze button, all those bad habits, right? If you want to get rid of those, this is for you. And eventually, if you're looking to raise your GPA, your grades, you want to avoid burning out so frequently, this is going to be exactly for you, right? This is not for, right, it not for you if you're not willing to take massive action, obviously, right? If you're looking for just quick results like overnight success, right, this is not for you. And of course, if you are already happy, right, with where you are in your life in school, if you already have 4.0 GPA and you're not necessarily looking to, take other actions or whatever, of course, this is not for you, especially if you're not looking to increase your grades, of course, right? Now, first step of those 4 steps, right? It's time management. This is the very first step that I got down to, right? I didn't go for study tips or hacks out there or whatever those AI tools out there. No, I thought I had to lock in my time management to control time, right? And to really stay efficient with everything else, right? Now, to be sure though, having a to-do list, that's a great stuff, right? But that's not what I actually call planning, right? Because planning, in my term at least, right, based on off of my transformation, my experiences, and with my other students and everything, right, it's knowing specifically what to do at a certain time, as well as you should also know how much each task is going to take. And that's important, right? Now, but let's say you only have a to-do list, right? But let's say you have 3 tasks that you want to finish, but if those 3 tasks are going to take 10 hours, how are you going to fit that in one day? That's not going to happen. It's impossible, right? So it's very crucial, important to know specifically how much time it's going to take. You at least should have an idea about it. And you should always ask yourself, is it realistic? Is it actually a reasonable amount of, tasks that I can finish within a day? Like you should have that in mind, right? Now, this is basically the to-do list, right? You kind of know what to do, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, I need to do this lecture, whatever homework, task, so on and so forth, right? But again, having a to-do list, you don't really know what to do. And you don't even know if it's realistic, right? And now on the right-hand side, that was literally my own schedule, my typical week, my typical day back at UCLA, right? But you see how I was being so specific, right? Wake up at 4:30, deep work for 2.5 hours. I had to go get breakfast, lecture. I go to gym and work out, whatever work, so on and so forth, right? It's being specific. Of course, there's more afternoon times, but that got cut. But you see what I mean by that, right? It's different, as opposed to just having a to-do list, right? And also specific with timings and everything, right? Now, here's just my general thought on time, right? Because you should really take time very seriously, right? I know you're still young. You may be in your teens or 20s, right? You're only a freshman in college. You think you have enough time, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you technically do have enough time. You might have 3-4 years until graduation, right? But you see, time goes really fast. For me personally, it's been 2 full years since I've graduated from UCLA, and you know, it's already been 5-6 years since I graduated from high school, and I still vividly remember my high school graduation again, which was 5-6 years ago, and that's how fast time goes, really, right? And it's already what, September, October, in 2025, right? And it's been already 9-10 months since 2025 started. It's already 2026, right? Time goes faster than you think. So if you do not take any action, nothing's going to change. You know the saying, if nothing changes, nothing changes? That's real, right? And imagine you're exactly the same person as you were 1 or 2 years ago. I mean, how scary is that? Like, you're not evolving, you're not growing, you're not improving. You're exactly the same person as you were like 4 or 5 years ago. Like, imagine how scary that is, right? Now, moving on to the second step, studying strategies, right? Now, keep in mind, there are a lot of studying strategies that exist out there, so on and so forth, blah, 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 right? But one thing and one lesson that you want to keep in mind is just because you study a lot or just because you study hard doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get good grades. You should always focus on quality rather than quantity, right? And by the way, you do not need to sacrifice your life. I see a lot of people sacrificing working out, relationships, their hobbies, sleeping, whatever that might be, just to study extra. I mean, I get that. I used to be one of those, right? But I mean, yes, once in a while, maybe that's necessary here and there. But if you're doing it like frequently, it's not worth it. And chances are you probably don't need to, right? And by just doing that, you might be just wasting time, right? Now, most importantly, you want to build a studying systems, like studying skills and strategies, right? That really work for you, not something general, not something that works for everybody, right? Method that works for you and method that you like, right? Depending on your major, your classes, your lifestyle, your schedule, so on and so forth, right? Moving on to habits. I see a lot of habits out there, right? There are a lot of good habits that you can build, like, for example, these ones out there, right? Journaling, working out, meditation, reading the Bible, whatever that might be, right? But what you should actually focus on is rather than building good habits, you should focus on getting rid of bad habits first. Sometimes it's not about doing more, sometimes it's about doing less. And that's the case here for habits, right? If you're doing these, I mean, these are healthy habits. You probably know them, right? Stretching, journaling, working out, studying consistently, reading books. Those are good habits, like healthy habits you can keep up, not just in school, but also in life, right? But on top of these good habits and healthy habits, right? If you're still doing your bad habits, for example, if you're still procrastinating, waking up late, you're binge watching, binge eating, like you're not working out, like you're not studying consistently, if you keep those bad habits, it's just going to cancel out with with those good and healthy habits, right? So focus on getting rid of bad habits first rather than building those good habits. Okay. Lastly, routines. There are a lot of routines out there you can do: morning routine, night routine, sleep routine, workout routine, studying routine, so on and so forth, right? Now, the reason why you want to have routines in place is because routines, they make your days more predictable and more structuralized, right? Like, let's say without a morning routine, let's say you wake up in the morning, like you don't know what to do. Some days, like, you just go for a run. Some days you read books. Some days you're just journaling. Some days you eat breakfast. Some days you study. Like, it's all over the place. Like, it's not consistent. But if you had your morning routine, you would already know what to do, whatever your morning routine might be. You just have to stick to the same thing all over again, right? Just, it's simple as that. Same thing for the night routine. Oops. Same thing for the night routine, right? Excuse me. Same thing for the workout routine, right? It's more predictable, it's more consistent, and it's more structuralized, right? And that was 4 steps that I personally took to go from 2.0 GPA to 3.7 at UCLA. Right now, if you want to make this transformation, if you want the same thing for yourself, studying less, studying more efficiently, having more time for your life and your career, on top of getting 3.5 plus GPA, right? Down below, there's going to be a link to booking call with me, as well as my Instagram account, right? Go ahead and follow that. And if you like to make a transformation, just like I was able to, and just like my other students, right? Just book a call with me. This way we can take it further and I can see what's going on. I can see how I can help you, right? Take action below in the link, and I'll talk to you on the other side.